Assalamu alaikum friends and welcome to my series of Madina book 3. Today I will be doing lesson number 6 on how to make ism, makaan and zamaan. So as you learned about how to make the ismun maful in the previous lessons, but now today we are going to learn something new about making ism, makaan and ism, zamaan on new scales. They have their own scales, and throughout this conversation in this lesson, you will see the usage of ism, makaan and zaman. So I will be pointing out the words, and then inshallah in the exercise we will learn how to make them. So let's start with the lesson. Dars as-sadis, the sixth lesson. So this is a conversation taking place between the person in charge of the Hajj trip. So al-mushrif. So mushrif, who is in charge, superintendent. بعد التحية. بعد التحية means after the greetings, Islamic greetings. So he says, أأنتم المشتركون في رحلة الحج. So he's saying, are you all participating or are you all going to Hajj? في رحلة الحج. رحلة is the trip. Hajj is the pilgrimage. Ahmad says one of the mushtarikun means the one of the pilgrim. Naam. So al-mushrif says يعدهم ويناديهم. يعدهم, and he checks. يعد, he checks, and يناديهم, and he calls them. ثم يقول, and he tells. Now he says to them, أنتم الآن ثمانية عشر. So he says that now you are ثمانية عشر. You are 18 of you all. So how many pilgrims are going? There are 18 pilgrims altogether. He counted. أين حامد وعبد الباقي. So I think the two of them are missing. So he says أين حامد. One of them is Hamid and the other one is Abdul Baqi. So Al-Bara'a, one of the pilgrim that who is present there, he says Hamid fil mat'ami. Mat'am, this is the word we will be coming across for ism makan, because this word tells you it is the name of a place. So that's why it is called ism makan, telling you the place. أما عبد الباقي فقد ذهب إلى المصرف. Now this is also a name of a place. Masrif comes from the verb sarafa, and mat'am comes from the noun ta'am. Ta'am means food. Sayatiyan, this is the dual, and seen is, as you know, is the harf mustaqbal. Ya'ti is the mudare, fail mudare, and this alif is the alif of duality, showing two people. Sayatiyan means they will come. Those two will come. And ba'da ashri daqa'iq. Ashr daqa'iq means after 10 minutes. Daqa'iq is the plural of daqiqa. Insha'Allah. So now Bara has informed them that those two will come after 10 minutes. One of Hamid has gone to the restaurant and the other one has gone to the bank. Al-Mushrif says, Amusta'idun antum. So he asked them, are you all musta'idun? Means, are you all ready, prepared? So this is also the one who are prepared. Musta'idun. Musta'id and musta'idun, it's plural. Antum, he says, are you all ready? Hassan, one of the pilgrim, he says, Insha'Allah. Then another pilgrim, Ali, he says, Matas as-safaru Insha'Allah. When are we going to travel? So Mushrif says, Fi sa'ati salitha. And what is this time? As-sa'a is the hour. This is how you say time in Arabic. As-salitha means 3 o'clock. Bi-iznillah. Ahmad says, Aina naltaqi. Naltaqi comes from the verb iltaqa. Iltaqa means to meet. And iltaqa yaltaqi. iltaqa. This is the past tense and this is the present tense. Yaltaqi. As you know, if you see the alif maksur in the past tense, it will change to ya in the present tense. As this is all the repetition from the previous lesson. So Mushrif says, naltaqi, we will meet. He says, we will meet fi mawqif. So this is also um, the place of meeting place. So this is the ism makan. As-sayyarat bil jami'a. So where is this mawqif as-sayyarat? This is where the cars stand, stops and stands. So it is parking lot. Mawqif comes from waqafa, to stop. Waqafa to stop. So, as-sayyarati bil jamiati means in the university parking lot. Yajibu an, it is possible, Yajibu, wajaba, coming from wajaba. So, it is a three-letter word, and this kind of verb which starts with a weak letter is called al-mithal. We did all in the previous lesson. And takunu hunaka. So, he's saying it is possible that there قبل موعد السفر بنصف ساعة. So he's asking all the pilgrims that is it possible that all of you come there قبل موعد. موعد is also appointment time. This is ism zaman, appointment. So he says, is it possible that you come before the appointment time? السفر بنصف ساعة. نصف is half, before half an hour. So he's asking all of them that they will start traveling, they will start their journey by 3, but he tells them or asks them to come before half an hour. So probably 2.5 before the travel time. Hatu, this is the command for plural, and the command is hati, it is for single, means give, means give. Haqa'ibakum. Haqa'ib means baggage, and it is the plural. And what is the singular? It is haqiba. So the luggage, baggage. Wada'uha, and put. Da'uha comes from da'a. Now let's see. Da'uha fi sayyarati al-waqifi. So he says that let's go and put our bags and في السيارة الواقف, in the car or the car where it is standing. Amama madkhal. So this is also a place where it is saying where the bus or the vehicle is standing. It is in front of the entrance. Madkhal comes from the khala, the place to enter. So it is madkhal, I mean the place of entrance. So it's entrance where the car or the vehicle is standing. Al mahja'i, this is also a place, is makaan. Mahja, hostel. So where is the vehicle standing? It is in front of the entrance of the hostel. Naif says, Lamma yati means lamma is not yet. And what is this actually? It is one of the tool of jazm. That's why the ya has been deleted here. So the actual fail is with the ya. And when the tool of jazm comes, what happens? The ya gets cancelled. So that is why this ta is with kasra here. لما يأتي زملاؤنا, our friends have not come yet. الساكنون في المهجع الثاني. So he says that our friends have not come here, so let's stay. Sakinun, sakin, to stay. في مهجع الثاني, the second hostel, dormitory or hostel. Mushrif says أولئك سيلحقون بنا. سيلحقون means to join. So this means he's saying the mushrif, or the one who is organizing this trip, he's saying that uh, the ones who are not present here, they will join us, with us, bina, with us, عند محطة القطار القديم. What is this mahatta? This is also name of the place, station. And what station is being said here? Al-Qitar Al-Qadim, old railway station. So this is old railway station. It's a very easy conversation, but the target is to learn the ismun makan and ismun zaman. So the conversation is built just to make you understand the nouns. Ibrahim says, "Come home." How many of them are there? So Mushrif says, "Hum ashratun." There are 10 people. Amrun. So this is a different name. It's not Omar, it's Amrun, and this is fully munsarif. It can be Amrun, Amran, Amrin. Nahnu zahibun fil yawm as-sabi. Now we will go in Yawm as-Sabi. So what is the meaning of Yawm as-Sabi? The day, seventh day. It is the seventh day of the week. Then he says, أخشى أن يكون الزحام. Sorry, ziham. It's the ha from makhraj. Akhsha means I fear, from khasha. So this is khasha, to fear. Akhsha, I fear, and that yakunu az-ziham, the crowd. So this means the crowd. Shadid, he fear, like he's saying, Amrun, he's saying that he fears that there might be lot of crowd. Where? In the haram, in Makkah, fi mataf. So this is also a place where you do tawaf, and it comes from tafa, verb tafa. So it has a weak letter in between. So what is it called? The weak letter in between is called ajwaf al-wawi. So in present tense, it will be yatufu. So that's why called ajwaf al-wawi, because the alif changes to waw in between, yatufu. So fil mataf and fil masa. Masa, where you do the sa'i, this is also the name of the place, comes from sa'a. And sa'a, sorry, it is a little bit of mistake in the spelling. It's sa, ain, and alif makhsura. So the mushrif says, La takhaf, don't fear. Allahu muyassirun, the one who makes easy. Makes easy. Ana zahibun ila maktabi. So the musharrif says that I'm going to my office, maktab, office. So he says, I'm going to my office. La tansaw. This is for plural. Don't forget. He's talking to all of them. So that's why there is a wow. La tansaw. Anna ma'idana. About what? Our appointment, the meeting time. And he has said to come half an hour before. So it is now as-saatu as-saniyatu wa nisf. So what was the travel time? 3 o'clock, and he said to come half an hour before. So now he says, don't forget the time that we are going to meet is sa'atu thaniyatu, that is the 2, and one is, that is the half. So that's how you say time in Arabic, as-sa'atu as-saniyatu wa nisf, 2 o'clock and half. Fi mawqif, where they are going to meet, at mawqif, the parking lot, as-sayyarati, inshallah. So this is the end of the conversation, and I hope it's clear. And now let's do the question and answers quickly. So let's go on and see the first question in this exercise. أجب عن الأسئلة الآتية. ما عدد المشتركين في رحلة الحج? So how many of them are there in the, how many pilgrims are there? It is ثمانية عشر. So you can write your answer from here. عدد المشركين في رحلة الحج is, you don't have to write is in Arabic, just ثمانية عشر. ثمانية عشر. So you just have to write ثمانية عشر. So that's how you give your answer. أين ذهب حامد وعبد الباقي؟ حامد, you can say ذهب حامد إلى المطعم, and وعبد الباقي إلى المصرف. So that's how you can give your answer. متى موعد السفر؟ موعد, you will give your answer from here. موعد موعد السفر, this is the إضافة construction. You don't have to write هو, but just the time. موعد سفري is الساعة الساعة الثالثة. So that's how you give your answer. أين يلتقي الطلاب وفي أي ساعة؟ أين يلتقي means where did they meet the students. Actually, the pilgrims are the students from the hostel. So where did they meet? They meet at the موقف السيارة, in the parking lot of the Jamia. And وفي أي ساعة, and what time they are going to meet there. He said to come at 2 hours and half. He said to meet half an hour before, so it will be الثانية والنصف. Now, أين يلحق? يلحق, join. Where are they going to join with them? الطلاب الجامعة الثاني. They're going to meet them at Mahatta, the old railway station. So you can take the name from the lesson above, from the old railway station. So now let's see. This is the most important thing that you're going to learn in this lesson. So I just did the question and answers quickly. You will get all the answers in the lesson. And let's do this. Kalima maw'id. Now you have come across this word maw'id. Ma'khuzatun means it is taken. The thing that is taken, coming from the word akhadha, verb akhadha. So do you see, now you can recognize the root letters, and that's how you make the name of the things, the name of the place, and the name of the time. So that's how you're going to learn about how to make these names. So let's see. Ma'khuzatun, taken. Wa'ada, ya'idu. So in order to make the names, you should always know the past tense, the present tense. Lid-dalala to refer or to show. Ala zaman maw'id. Now, maw'id, they are explaining here that this maw'id word has come from ma'khuzatun, taken from wa'ada. This is the past tense. This is the past tense. And ya'idu is the present tense. And as you remember in the previous lesson, I told you those words will start with a weak letter in the beginning. Usually they end up in the present tenses with 3 letters only. And that's why they are called it is an unusual verb, present tense, because usually the present tense is made up of 4 letters, but here These verbs are called mithal, al-mithal. Why they are called mithal? Because they start with a weak letter and waw is the weak letter. And some of the very rare verbs you will come across which starts with a ya in the starting. So that is also from the fail mithal. So the waw gets deleted and the harf mudare here comes in. So it becomes ya'idu in present tense. Li dalala, it shows. What does it shows? Ala zaman al wa'ad. Means it is the time, it shows the time of appointment or promise. Means it's the time to meet, appointment, and appointment time. You know how it's important, the time that is appointed to meet. You shouldn't be late. So that is zaman al-wa'd, means or the time of appointment. Anything you can say. Aw makanihi, or the place, or the place. What to samma, and is called ism zaman. It's called ism zaman, means the noun for the time. إذا كانت لدلالة على زمان. Now, if it shows the time, it is called ismakan. And now, ismakan إذا كان دلالة على مكان. So now, what you're going to learn is the making of two things: the ism zaman and the ismakan. Ismakan, as the name suggests, will show you the place, and the ism zaman, as the name suggests, will show you the time. So this is what is explained in Arabic. Now let's see the exercises related with this. So the next explanation, now they are explaining again isman zaman, about now they are explaining about ism zaman wa makan. So this is actually a definition of ism zaman and makan. They are isman, this is dual, they are nouns, two nouns. Masuhan, formed, they both are formed to show. Ala, zaman fail. Zaman fail means when it will happen in time, means the action of time, action in time. Aw makan, or its place, where it is happening. Yusahan, and formed, they are formed, min fail, thulathi, mujarrad. What do you understand by fail, sulasi, al mujarrad? They are verb, fail verb. Thulasi means three, mujarrad means rooted, rooted letters. As I said, for example, dhahaba, they are all root letters. The, ha, ba, they are all the root letters. Remember, root letters never get deleted. Only the weak letter changes. Sometimes they get deleted. So these letters will always be there in the names of ismakan or ism zaman. Remember always, this is one of the most important point. Ism zaman and makan is made from the triliteral verb, or in English it is called triliteral verb, literal verb. And it's in Arabic it's called fail thulasi mujarrad, and in English it is called triliteral. Sorry, made a mistake here. Triliteral verb. This is actually made up of three letters or three root letters. So, ala wazn. Now, what is the wazn? Wazn in English is called scale. In Arabic, you can say wazn. What is the scale? Maf'alin, two scales, and maf'ilin. So what is the difference between the first scale and the second scale? Only the haraka over the ain. The haraka over the ain. You need to keep in mind only the haraka over the ain and below the ain in making the ism, makan and zaman. The meme and the fa remains the same. So you have to memorize this scale for maf'al and maf'il. Now, wayatian, they both come. They both come wazn ala wazn maf'al. Now, they both, zaman and makan, they both come on this scale. So why is the difference between the fatha and the kasra? So let's see why there is a difference here. Number 1 point. Kana fail naqisan. So now you know what is fail naqis. Naqis means the one, the past tense verb which has an alif maqsura at the end is called naqis. Now, example. This means example. Majran. So this is the place of running. Okay, comes from the verb jara. So they are saying it comes from jara, means to run. Yajiri. As I said, those past tense which have alif maksura will change to ya. So the place of running, ismun makan, is made from the verb actually. So the root letter, the original root letter, jim and ra, is still there. Majran, the jim and the ra you can see. The addition is meme. It comes from the scale maf. And here it is taking a fatha over the ra. So since it is now become a noun, so it can accept tanween. And the alif makhsura stays there as it is. أو كان مضارع مفتوحا العين. مفتوحا العين means the scale of mudare is يفعل. Okay, يفعل. Now there is a little bit of explanation here. I will go through it, but first let me explain. يفعل, maftuh means fatha. Where is a fatha? On the ain. So this is the scale of fail mudare, and here ain is having a fatha. So when the fail mudare has a fatha on the ain letter, أو madmu'a, madmum means, or it has a dhamma. Yaf'ulu. And when the ain has a dhamma. So in both these cases, it means example. So here you can see the verb. First you see the past verb, la'iba and kataba. What is the present tense? First pay attention to the present tense. Here the present tense has a fatha on the ain. Here the present tense has a dhamma over the ain. And both these scales will make their ismun makan on the scale of maf'al, having ain with a fatha. Ain with a fatha. So you can see from the verb la'iba means to play has become mal'ab. Mal'ab means the playground. And from kataba yaktubu becomes the maktab, means the office. Now, coming to my explanation on the fail mudare. Actually, in surf, you will learn that the fail mudare has 3 scales. So the first scale you come across here, the second scale with dhamma over the ain, and the third scale is yaf'ilu with a kasra. Yaf'ilu. And yaf'ilu is, there are scales like yajlisu, for example. I remember this example, yajlisu. So a lot of verbs are made on this fail. So this is the third scale. So out of the 3 scales, the first 2 scales will take the maf'al fatha with the fatha, maf'al scale. Remember this. The maf'alu and the yaf'alu and the yaf'ulu present tense will make its ism makan on the scale of maf'al. So this is the difference. Now come to the third one. Let's see. وَيَأْتِيَانْ عَلَى وَزَنْ مَفْعِلٍ. So actually it should be, it's a printing mistake, maf'il. This is with kasra, so you should mark it as maf'il. So which verbs will take maf'il scale? The ones, the kana fail sahi. It should be fail sahi, number 1 point. It should be fail sahi. Sahi means the last letter is sahi letter, not the weak letter, just like before. And آخره مكسور العين. The second should be مكسور العين, means where the ain will have a kasra. يفعل. This present tense scale should have a kasra below the ain. So you need to remember the present tense scale with ain kasra will take the scale of maf'il. And what are the conditions? That it should be fail sahi. Before, for maf'al scale, we did the fail naqis. Okay? And if you are confused, let me just go back to the maf'al scale where I want to show you. One might ask this, that in this verb also there it is a fail sahi. But what is the condition here? The condition is fail mudare maftuh or madmoom al ain. The scale of fail mudare should be having fatha over the end or a dhamma over the end. So this is the second condition. Here we are doing it is fail sahi, it should be fail sahi, but the condition should be that the ain of the fail mudare should have a kasra, like here. So fulfilling all the conditions, that's how you see the verb. So that's why one example has been given here, majlis. Majlis is made from jalasa yajlisu. So the ain here, if you put the scale, the ain falls here, having a kasra. So now it's made majlis on the scale of maf'il. Remember to put a kasra here. It's not given in this book. أو the second condition أو كان مثالا صحيح الآخر. So there are verbs where it starts with a weak letter, for example waw and ya, but at the end they have sahih letter. For example, first see the past tense waqafa. So it's starting with a waw. As I said, they will make the present tense with three letters. So here what happens? Waqafa yaqifu. So you have to keep this in mind, and when you make the ism makaan, remember the waw comes back. Mawqifun. The haraka will remain on the present tense. Mawqifun. And this comes from the scale. And this waw comes back from the past tense. Mawqifun. It cannot be makfu. It cannot be makfu because these are the letters. This is a present tense where they are made with 3 letters. There aren't 4 letters. So when they make their ismakan, the letter from the past tense comes back in order to make the ismakan. Then waqifa, yaqifu, mawqifun. Mawqif is the place where you meet. وموضع. موضع means وضع, to put. وضع يدع. Now here there is an exception here. See, it's a fatha over the dad. So when they make the ismakan, the waw comes back since it's a misal, and موضع. موضع. So there is an exception here. So you need to learn, memorize all these things, the harakas. Sometimes there is an exception. Now another scale comes in maf'il. وَلَقَدْ تَلْحَقُ. Join maf'il هاء التانيث كما في madrasa, mahkama, maktaba, and manzila. So in this scale, maf'il scale, sometimes a ta marbuta. So actually this is in the mansoob case. And as you know, when you write a nakira word with a fathatain, it's not written alone as maf'il with the lam and fathatain. It should be written with alif. So this is a writing rule actually. Maf'il. How tanis? So this ta tanis is added up, joined with the similar scales, and is made madrasa or mahkama or maktaba or manzila. So it's just the same scale maf'il or maf'al, but ta marbuta is added. So if you see fatha, sorry, here. If you see the fatha over the ain, it's the ra actually. And if you see the kasra, so fatha tells you it's made up on maf'al scale. Kasra tells you that it is made up of on maf'il scale. So that is what you need to keep in mind. Now let's move on to the exercises. Now, after explaining the exercise, I mean about the ismakan, now let's do the exercise. So means form isma asma ul zaman wal makan min af'al at-taliya. So now you need to make the zaman and makan both in this exercise. Now let's see, I have written all the answers here. And the first one here to make is sa'a, to walk slowly, and from that we make yas'a. And this is an exception where in the present tense it doesn't change. So there are some verbs in exception, they don't change the alif makhsura, it remains the same. And in the place of ism zaman and makan, so this is place, so I'll write a p there. It's a ism makan. Mas'a, the place you walk. Laha means to amuse oneself. Yalhu, malha. So this is the place of entertainment, you can say. So this is a place. Rama, yarmi, marma means to throw, a place where you throw. To seek shelter, so this is a place where you take shelter, and you might have come across this word in Quran, ma'wa. So nafa, yanfi, and manfa. So manfa is also a place where it is to exile, means a place where people are exiled. It's a place. La'ib, la'iba, yal'abu. So you can see the difference. Somewhere it's fatha on the ain, somewhere it's a dhamma over the ain. And these are all root letters, sahi letters here. These are all sahi letters. And here the verbs which are taken are naqis. These are all naqis verbs. So you will follow the conditions for the naqis verbs, and here they are all sahi letters, so you will follow all the conditions with the sahi letter verbs. So this is mal'ab, it's also a place. Mat'am, the place you eat, it's also a place. Matbakh, where you cook, the kitchen, place to cook. Maq'ad, place to sit, also the sitting area, you can say. Haja'a, yahju, to rest, and it is also a place to rest. And now let's see the next question. So here we are also going to make places. First one has been done for you, kana, yakunu. Now here, what kind of verbs are it is? It is ajwaf, al-wawi. They will change to waw in between. So kana, yakunu, makanun. So and you have to see the conditions, if the fail is ajwaf wawi or if the fail is naqis, and you take the particular scale for that kind of verb. Qama yaqumu maqamun, the place where you stand. Tafa yatufu matafun, it means to circumambulate around the Kaaba, to go around the Kaaba. And zara yazuru mazarun, to visit. The place where you visit is called mazarun. And this kind of verb is from the mud'af verb, the doubled letters at the end. So marra yamurru mamarun, to pass, and this means passage. Halla yahullu, to stay in a place. Mahallun, it's the position, the place you stay there. Qarra, to settle. Yaqarru maqarrun, place where you settle. And hatta yahuttu mahattatun. Now I have marked it in a different color just to show you that it is one of the examples where a ta marbuta is added in the same scale, maf'al. So only a ta marbuta is added, and that's how you get the name of the place, mahattatun, the station. To put something down in a place. So now let's see the next one, these kind of verbs. So these are another set of verbs that we will be doing now. Let's see. So these verbs are actually the mithal. You can see the wow in the starting of these verbs, and these are all the verbs which are sahih. So let's go on and see how we are going to make the ism makan from these verbs. So let's check here. Now here, as I said, they are all with the misal verbs. So here we will see walada, to give birth, yalidu maulidun. This is dal actually. This is the dal. Maulidun. And as you can see, the wow in present tense is deleted. So when it is made into ism makan, or the time, ismun zamaan, so it is actually the zamaan. Maulid, maulid, the birthday, the day you were born. So maulidun, the wow comes in again. As you can see, in all these scale, the wow comes in again. Warada, to show up. Mauridun, the place of arrival, to show or to arrive, the place of arrival. To stop. Yaqif, mawqifun, the place, the parking lot, the where you stop. Wada'a yadaw mawdi'un, means the place you have put something, the place you had put something. Raja'a, to return. Yarju, marji'un. So this is all sahih. These are sahih verbs, sahih, and these are all mithal. So I'll write in Arabic, mithal. And from Raja Yarji'u, Marji'un, the place you return. Sarafa Yasrifu, Masrifun, it's bank actually, where you change currency and all. And Arada Ya'ridu also means to appear, to show up. But Ya'ridu, Ma'aridun means it is for, you can see where there is an expo of trading things. Sometimes you see, you must have attended expo of books or some cultural items and everything. So it's ma'ridun. Jalasa yajlisu majlisun, place where you sit. So let's check the next question, and it's very easy to follow if you remember the conditions and the scales. It becomes very easy to follow. استخرج مما يأتي أسماء الزمان والمكان واذكر وزن كل واحد منها والفعل الذي اشتقوا منه. So you need to make a table, and then you have to make one table for zaman, one table for makan, and then the fail. So you need to make three or four columns for zaman, makan, fail, and the scale. Last of all, the scale. So you also have to mention the fail, from which verb it has been derived from. Ishtaku, derived from. So let's see. يقال هو مني بمرئيا ومسمعا، أي بحيث this dhamma should be here. بحيث أراه وأسمع كلامه. So in this sentence, you need to pick out the ism, makaan, and zaman. Mar'iyan comes from the verb ra'a, the thing that is seen, and mar'iyan the place where you see, or the time when you see. Masman, the heard, the place you hear. And I bihaythu arahu wa asma'u kalama. So these two words you need to check from which verb they are coming and what type of scale they are taking. So first of all, this is fail naqis. Why? Because it's coming from ra'a, the naqis one. Masma sami'a. So this is actually from the sahih letters, right? And the scale is mar'an, maf'al. And this one is also maf'al. The next one is qala inna, qala ta'ala inna maw'idakum as-subhu alaysa as-subhu biqarib. So our word is maw'id. So our word is maw'id. Now you can check the kasra. So from here you know it is following maf'il scale. Maf'il. And what is the verb? It's wa'ada. And what kind of verb is this? Mithal. Ya'idu. And what present tense it's following? Yaf'ilu scale. Okay, this is for your information. Yaf'ilu scale it's following. And what is it? It is actually the zaman. This is zaman. And I forgot to tell you about the mar'an or the masman. It is the place. It is the place you see and the place you hear. So this is place. I will mark it as a P and I will mark it zaman as Z. Z. And وقال لقد كان لسبأ في مسكنهم آية. So maskan and saba'in. So let's see maskan and li saba'in. Actually, this is not the fail scale we are looking for. لقد كان لي سبأ في مسكن. Maskan, as you can see, there is a fatha. So maf'al scale. And ayah, jannatan an yamin. Jannatan, two gardens in the right and the left, shimal. So what is the verb? Sakana. So this is the sahih triliteral verb, no weak letters, and it is following the fatha scale. And it is the place. This is the place, showing you the place. The fourth one is قد علم كل أناس مشربهم. Mashrab, this is our word. All the people knows the place of their drinking. So this is place, comes from shariba, and this is sahih letter and it's following the maf'al scale. Sorry, not this one, actually the fatha on the ra. So this is the clue where you get the scale, maf'al scale, maf'al scale. Now let's go on and check the others. Number 5th, 6th, 7th. So we have 3 left. قال أليس في جهنم مسوى للكافرين. So where is our word maswa coming? Maswa is a place, and it's a place, maswa. Coming from the verb sawa, thawa, and you know it is the naqis one, And when it makes its maf'al, and it's on mm, the scale of maf'al, maswa, it is maswa. So maf'al scale, maf'al, sawa. Yaswi, maswa, and it's a place. So alaysa fi jahannam maswa lil kafirin, a place for the kafirin. Ma lakum min malja'in yawma idhin. Malja is a word, malja. You can see the fatha, so you know it's maf'al scale. And what is the verb actually? Laja'a. So the verb I will write here, la, ja, hamza at the end, and malja, laja, yalja, yalju. And what kind of verb is this? It's changing to wow. Yalju. So it's malja'in. An Abi Huraira. So this is a hadith by Abi Huraira radiyallahu an Rasulullah. So Abi Huraira is quoting the sayings of Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Qala, who says? Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam says, Man qama, the one who is standing, man majlisihi, thumma raja'a ilayh fahuwa ahaq. So Rawah al-Muslims, narrated by Muslim. So where is our word? Our word is majlis. So this is very easy. If you see the sorry, again I'm making mistake. I'm so sorry. The kasra under the lam, majlis. This tells you the scale. It's maf'il scale, right? And majlis is also place, and it comes from the verb jalasa, all sahih letters. Then istakhraj, number 5th. استخرج ما في الدرس من أسماء زمان مكان أذكر وزن. You need to tell the scale and the fail from where it has been derived. So the same thing you have to do. Make 4 columns of zaman, makan, and the words itself, and the scale and the verb. So you need to mention everything. So let's see the questions. So I think this is the end of the lesson. So now we will do all the words from the lesson. So let's see in my whiteboard. So here is the table of all the ismun makan, and these are all ismun makan, no ism zaman. So you can see here mat'am, it has come in the lesson, masrif, the bank, the restaurant, madkhal, the entrance of the hostel, mahja means the hostel itself, mahatta, the place they have to meet at the railway station, mataf, where they will do the tawaf, circumambulation of the Kaaba, and mas'a, the sa'i, place of sa'i where they will walk, and mawqif, the appointment time. So it is all from the lessons. You can see ta'ama, I've given all the past tense verb, the present tense, and the scale they are following. And from these verbs you can make out whether it's a sahih letter or whether it's mud'af or the ajwaf al-wawi, and it is the naqis, and it is the misal. So these 4 verbs are a bit different, so you need to make out which verb is which in which category it is. So this is the end of the lesson. Alhamdulillah, I hope you have understood the lesson. Any mistakes from me, just it's human nature. A human can make mistakes. So inshallah, I will be coming with my next lesson quickly. So from up till then, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.